Women in Tennessee face more barriers, are given fewer opportunities, and are more at risk than women in almost every other state in the nation. In fact, we rank 49th nationally in the status of women. Being a woman in Tennessee means having to overcome more, working harder and earning less. The Tennessee Pay Equality Act and other bills written to ensure economic equity keep failing in our legislature. Our health is among the worst in the nation for heart disease, lung cancer, diabetes, and mental health. Our access to care is difficult and limited. Tennessee women are ranked 5th in the country for women killed by men.
Tennessee is ranked in the top 10 in the nation for domestic violence homicides.
Over half of these women were killed by men using guns, and over 60% of the victims were in domestic relationships with their killers. This year, our legislators voted against strengthening laws requiring convicted abusers to surrender their firearms.
But change is happening, and there is hope. This year, the Women's Fund of Greater Chattanooga, our volunteer advocates, and our partners worked with the Tennessee legislature to pass a record 7 of our priority bills to help women across the state and to keep moving Tennessee from 49 to 1.
Our legislation for Tennessee to provide post-conviction relief will allow victims of human trafficking to have multiple crimes expunged from their records so that they can move forward with their lives, obtaining education, jobs, and housing.
Tennessee continued its long history of supporting victims by passing a bill, a Victims of Human Trafficking Fund, and by passing a critical piece of legislation to eliminate and extend statutes of limitations for child sexual abuse victims.
Legislation that holds sexual harassment offenders accountable, and a bill that protects the impoverished from losing driving rights also passed. Our Chattanooga legislators sponsored bills to make our state healthier and to eliminate the transfer of firearms to those who are mentally ill.
In 2019, Tennessee made measurable and positive strides regarding health and wellness to improve violence and safety measures and to combat poverty and improve opportunities for women. But our work is far from over.
The Women's Fund will continue to work with state legislators to move Tennessee from 49 to 1, advocating in person, online, on the phone, and in the mail on behalf of women and their families.
Last year, the Nightingale Network united voices of women in our community to support the work of the Children's Advocacy Center of Chattanooga, granting them funds to increase their capacity to take forensic interviews from children impacted by violence. And we will continue to work with our partners across the state to address the root causes of inequality facing women in Tennessee, because we know we can't do this work alone.
We believe that women deserve economic equality and have the right to stay in the workplace while they raise their children. So we will continue to work to pass pay equality in the state of Tennessee, as well as the Pregnant Worker Fairness Act.
We believe that Tennessee women should be safe at home
and in their workplaces.
And we will continue to work towards
strengthening the firearms surrender procedures
for convicted domestic violence offenders.
And we will continue to support efforts
to protect all workers from sexual harassment and sexual abuse.
Will you join us
as we continue to move Tennessee from 49 to 1?
Visit our website and sign up for our Advocacy Action Team
to keep up with the most pressing issues.
And join the Nightingale Network and support the great work happening across our community.
When women thrive, our communities thrive.
Donate today to support the work of the Women's Fund.